Centuries ago, deep within the forests of northern Italy, there lived a witch named Merelda of Hollow Glen. Known across villages for her dark spells, Merelda practiced maleficium, the forbidden craft that drew its power from pain and fear. She brewed curses that blighted crops and summoned storms that terrified even the bravest hunters. Local legends claimed she could turn men to stone with a whisper and make wolves kneel with a glance. But in truth, Merelda wasn't born evil. She had once been a healer and herbalist, trained in natural medicine and the healing arts passed down through generations. When a plague swept through her village and took her family, the grief hardened her heart, twisting her purpose from healing to vengeance. One autumn night, as thunder split the sky and leaves swirled like dying embers, Merelda found a shivering cane Corso puppy near her doorstep. The dog's coat was soaked black as midnight, its golden eyes burning with fear yet unyielding courage. She intended to ignore it until she noticed a crude hunter's trap beside him. The pup had chewed through his own bindings, dragging himself through the storm to escape. Something in that act of willpower stirred the part of her heart she thought was gone. Against her own nature, she carried the pup inside, wrapped him in a cloak, and whispered her first healing spell in decades, not for herself, but for him. She named him Brutus. As Brutus grew, so did Merelda's change. The cane Corso's loyalty was unshakable. He followed her through every shadowed path, resting his head beside her cauldron as she worked. Villagers who once feared her began to see her differently, because wherever Brutus walked, no harm followed. When a fever spread through a nearby village, Merelda rode down the mountain with Brutus guarding her side. Her potions healed dozens. Mothers who had once crossed themselves at her name now brought bread and herbs as thanks. Brutus's quiet strength had tamed her anger, teaching her that love and loyalty were stronger forces than any curse. Years later, when Merelda passed peacefully in her sleep, Brutus lay beside her one final time. The villagers buried them together under the great oak in Hollow Glen, where every Halloween people still leave candles, not out of fear, but respect. Local historians believe Merelda's transformation was real, a documented shift from persecuted witch to early herbal practitioner. Some of her journals, now kept in an Italian folklore museum, even include notes describing how love from one creature can undo a century of hate. Even the darkest heart can find light again. Sometimes all it takes is the loyalty of a cane Corso.